get myself into position. And what's up? Here we are. Hello, everybody. Whoever has watched any of my ridiculous vlogs that I've made in the past. Let me just adjust a little microphone. I got a fancy microphone set up. I haven't just got on camera and talked in like a really long time, and we can kind of get into that as well. But hey, everyone. I'm Ethan. I used to say the climate change realtor. Realtor technically, do I need to get into the details? Realtor is basically like saying you're a member of like a club, and real estate agent is like a job. So like when someone says, oh, that person's a realtor, they might not be if they're not in the club. And I'm not a big fan of getting involved in clubs. I'm personally a guy who likes to do his own thing. And on that note, I think it would just be relevant to run it all back to the beginning of the climate change realty story for anybody who's just hopping in at this point in the story or has been following since the beginning. I'm Ethan. I'm from New Jersey. I always wanted to start my own business. I'm a little, what's the word? I'm a little eccentric, a little loopy. I like to have a good time. It's been a beautiful journey so far. I've been enjoying myself a lot, but it's been very difficult, and that's because of myself, because I can be stubborn, but I'm also determined, but also business motivated, but really interested in philanthropy. So essentially, I started a real estate brokerage that donates half of its money to help the environment. Specifically, it's called Climate Change Realty. So we help people buy and sell houses and donate half of the money to fight climate change, which to most people is like, how's that guy possibly going to make a living doing that? And that is a good question that I didn't appreciate being asked and appreciate now more than ever at the end of my third year. So essentially, I got my real estate license. I worked with Coldwell Banker for 2 years. I just started pounding doors every single day. Knock, knock, knock. Hello, my name's Ethan. I'm your local climate change realtor. Just wanted to see if I could help you buy or sell a house. And then COVID hit, and then I had to stop knocking on doors, and I started making lots of videos like this. And then I started a podcast, which is probably one of the biggest highlights of my career so far, is I've recorded 152 interviews with entrepreneurs, climate scientists, philanthropists, creative business owners, or people who work in creative businesses, asking them like, who are you and why do you do what you do, and how can we fix the problems that the world is facing, whether it's specifically reducing carbon emissions or dealing with the biodiversity crisis. And essentially, I just wanted to hop on here and say what's been going on lately. If you watched my film from last year, it was all about connecting people with real estate agents across the country and sourcing referral fees in order to help the environment. So if you're watching this video right now and think I'm a cool guy or think that connecting real estate and the environment is a cool idea, please really hear me out for a second here. I can connect you with a real estate agent anywhere in the country, and then I'll source a referral fee. So let's say that the real estate agent will pay me $2,000 in order to work with you as a client to either buy or sell a house. And then I'll donate half of that money to an environmental nonprofit of your choice. And that's really what I wanted to focus on long term, because that basically, if I'm talking to you across the camera screen thing, that can affect you anywhere. But it's really hard to build a business nationwide when you have no money, because you give half of it away every time you make any. So long story short, I spent a lot of time this year and the end of last year really trying to build up that referral business. So I have a network of real estate agents across the country who are actually willing to give 50% of the money they make to me to then cut up again into another 50% to donate, if that makes sense. So a realtor gets a paycheck for $10,000 when they help you buy a house. They pay me $5,000. I donate $2,500 of it. That was like the business model that I was really interested in going for. But it's really hard to scale that up without having a huge Facebook marketing budget or a huge, you guys know what I'm saying. It's hard to build a business, a local business, let alone a nationwide business. So I had to come to grips with the fact that I need to pay my bills, because every time I get a paycheck, it's getting cut in half and I can barely afford to live. Let's be honest, I really can't afford to live if I'm not doing a lot of business. So what I've learned over the years is if I knock a million doors, eventually someone's going to be like, "Oh, that's a cool idea. You seem like a cool guy. I want to buy a house, or I want to sell my house, so I'll sell my house with you." So essentially, long story short, I mean, if you haven't seen my podcast already, I'd recommend you go check it out. I made 152 episodes, but that's just on pause right now. And as far as like trying to get the word out to people around the country who don't know who Ethan Shapiro is, that I can help them find a real estate agent and then donate money, that's on pause right now because I don't have the money to reach these new people through Instagram or Facebook or by going to all these different things. What Ethan Shapiro needs to do right now is build up climate change realty locally here in Boulder. So where have I been social media video-wise over the last 6, 7, 8 months is not there. I've been showing up to people's door being like, hey, I'm just dropping by to introduce myself. I'm Ethan. I'm your neighborhood real estate broker. Just wanted to offer you a business card and see if there's anything in the world that I could do for you. Every day, 20 hours a week, just going out there, knocking on doors all the time, introducing myself. Eventually, you find the right people, you vibe with the right person who happens to be looking to buy or sell a house, and then you under-promise, over-deliver hardcore. Be the best real estate agent that's ever lived for that person, and then hope it works out for the best. So that's where I'm at, and then I want to get this out there for anyone who's curious. I haven't made it, and I haven't made ends meet. This business model, I haven't made it. I haven't made ends meet, and I will never give up anyways. I will always donate 50% of the money that I get to actually, it's an environmental nonprofit of your choice. So I don't even pick the organization. You get to pick it if you work with me. I'm never going to change that model ever. I've got everyone's always like, hey man, you could do 25%, you could do 10%. It's still like a cool gesture. I set out to do 50%. I'm doing 50%. If that means I'm going to be living in poverty forever, I'm still having a good time. So I'm not too concerned about it. But with that being said, today I'm still like $30,000 in debt. I'm still working 40 plus hours a week sometimes. For a long time, I was working 60 plus hours a week, but I was doing a million different things at once. What you really need to do is figure out exactly what's going to get you to your result and focus in on that one thing. And for me, that's knocking doors, which means that for all the people who love these little zany vlogs, like I'm not going to be doing them as much because I just need to get out there into the day-to-day life of people in Boulder, Colorado, or Longmont, Colorado, or Louisville, Colorado, and get really known on the local scene. But I really believe in what I'm doing. It doesn't have to be 50% donated. It's 50% because that's what I want to do. I like that it's challenging. It's a shame that I'm still not financially well off at this point because I've only sold, 8 houses at this point. If you include referrals, I've done 12 deals or something, or 11 deals, and I have several in the works right now because I've been door knocking my ass off every single day to meet as many new people as I can. But that's the truth. I have to pay off my credit cards. I have to pay my rent every single month. I also want to buy a house. I also want to start a family. And if I removed this 50% donation, honestly, I'd have no debt and I'd have all my bills paid and it'd be super easy. But how boring would life be if everything was super easy? Now, I know that might sound kind of crazy to people, and I'm not asking for sympathy at all, but I just wanted to kind of share my perspective of where I'm at. What is it? It's November 18th, 2022. There's a lot, like, I can change my strategy, I can change my methodology, I can change certain things. But this mission, this this promise I've made to myself is something I never want to give up. And I know that not everybody understands it, but it's what makes my life kind of worth living to me. Like, I know that like it being 40% is not that different and it's much more livable financially, but hey man, we're just going to get there. We're just going to have to work twice as hard as everybody else. That's what I always said I wanted to do. That's what I'm going to do. I think that's my rant for today. I hope everybody's doing really, really well. I know I haven't made a vlog in a while and said, I hope you're doing really well, but I hope you're doing really, really well. If you watch this whole video to the end, I love you. I appreciate you. And if anyone is kind of curious about like more details, like really just, I mean, Ethan at ccrealty.org is a great way to just email me, or just, literally pull open the phone, 201-961-2165. Just hit the FaceTime button. Even if I don't have your number, I'll answer it. We can talk. It'll be a good time. I hope you're having a good time. With all the financial struggles and the really hard challenges I've taken on to go from nothing to a business owner, it's all been so much fun. I've really loved it. I might not be super financially healthy at age 25, but we all are going to get there in our own way. So that's my vlog 2012. I love everybody. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I missed out on. Nope. I'm just going to knock doors every day for the next 2 years at least and not do anything else, because that's what I know works. But maybe I'll make some like real estate report videos that you guys can check in on. But yeah, I love you all. Have a great day and happy holidays. And we'll see about that Climate Change Realty 2023 film to do the fancy catch up. But we're going to get out of this debt. We're going to make a huge positive impact. We're going to make stuff happen. Peace out, everybody.